Very un-Darvish-like outing tonight. What was going on with him?
Well, I mean, just not his best command. You look at the ball strike ratio early on, it was pretty close, which is, not like him at all. So very rarely do you see an outing like that out of him. So every now and then it happens.
And what did Priester have that kept you guys off balance with it?
Sinker pretty good, backdoor to some righties, just enough off speed. We did score 4 runs off him, in 5 1/3. We just gave up too many tonight.
What is it about the Pirates? I mean, it seems like a team that you should be able to beat. And
look, every major league team presents challenges, and obviously they'll have a little confidence beating us over there. They haven't played too terribly well here recently, but early on they had some really good swings and capitalized when they needed to.
How disappointing is it to start the homestand this way when you know what's ahead of you, what needs to be done quickly?
There's been a lot of disappointment, so it just kind of adds to the frustration. We just haven't been able to do anything to give ourselves a ton of confidence. So we have to do that. We have to come back and win a game tomorrow and try to win a series, which we've been doing here recently.
How about Kim today, though? I mean, he's swinging the bat as well as ever.
He's been doing great. Ever since really all year, but since he's been in the leadoff spot, righty, lefty, it doesn't really matter. So that it leads the game off with a homer. That should give us some energy. It did. Felt good in our ballpark. Got our fans into it. Again, we just gave up too many runs in the middle innings.
You mentioned after yesterday's game in Detroit, hoping to see a little more fire out of the team, especially in a game like that. Well, I know it looks worse when starting pitcher struggles like tonight, but what did you see out there tonight in that respect?
Look, Ha-Seong leaves up with a homer and got the fans into it, so that there was energy. Our guys, felt good going into the game today, back home after a long road trip, and it felt good to be back home. And then you get a homer and you feel good about where the game's going. We just couldn't sustain it.
This is a sport, any time, number one team can lose to the last place team. So yeah, it is what it is, and maybe they play better tonight, and then they were more focused. So we gotta move on and think about tomorrow's game.
Apologize if you've been asked this already, but your first 2 home run game of your career, how good did that feel? And I didn't get the win, but obviously a good accolade for your career.
일단 홈런을 쳤어도 팀이 좀 그런 내가 친 홈런으로 좀 경기를 이기거나 했으면 좋은데 또 그렇지 않아서 딱히 그렇게 기분이 좋고 그런 건 없는 것 같다고.
Yeah, it would have been better, if you won the game tonight. But no matter how many home runs you hit in that game, if the team loses, you don't feel that happy, as everybody think.
Did you see the ball bigger at all, or did you approach the plate differently? What kind of worked for you tonight?
오늘 같은 경우 공이 좀 더 크게 보였다든지 어떤 부분이 좀 잘 좋았는지.
그런 건 아니고 투수가 좀 실투를 좀 던져줬기 때문에 좋은 타구가 나온 것 같다.
Not really. I just able to handle that couple bad pitches the starting pitcher made. So yeah, simple as that. Yeah.
You've been so aggressive and effective on the base pass all season long. What was behind the decision to go for second with Soto and the hitters behind you today?
올해 좀 주루 플레이 좋은 모습 많이 보여줬는데 아까 이제 소토 타석에서 도루하는 결정은 어떤 식으로 나온 건지.
일단 우리가 점수가 계속 안 나오고 있었기 때문에 투수 초도 충분히 뛸만했고 좀 스코어링 포지션을 나가려는 약간 좀 그런 욕심이 있었는데 포수가 또 정확히 던졌기 때문에.
Yeah, I got a little too greedy at that point. We were trying to get some runs, and then just try to help the team win to be on the scoring position for one. But it didn't work out. Obviously, catcher made a great throw, and yeah.
You guys have talked a lot about just trying to go on a run at some point. Why do you think it is that you guys haven't been able to do that so far, or even just to sustain some momentum, especially the time of year it is right now?
일단 매 경기 이기려고 최선을 다하고 그 누구보다 또 승리를 원하는 게 또 우리 팀원들이기 때문에 이렇게 좀 그렇게 흐름이 계속 꺾일 때마다 좀 아쉬움이 큰데 일단 계속 남은 경기 포기하지 않고 계속 이기려고 노력해야 될 것 같다고.
Yeah, it's kind of obviously it's disappointing. Like we have the players here, like wanting hungry for the win, wanting to win every night. Compare like more than like anybody in the league. So yeah, like it's a shame that we're not getting these roles and a good rhythm and good wins. But like we're trying to not dwell on just loses and just try to move on and think about tomorrow.